Willie T had a destiny. 8 years old on his first B&E. His old man pushed him up to the window, kinda low. Sure got him in though. He was known as a stick and a brick man. Break your legs, but he wasn't no hit man. Just your typical Bristol thug. What he liked was a drink or a drug. Yeah, Willie, he wasn't going nowhere but Philly. Down to K&A, oh yeah. He was more than a creature of habit. Willie T was a stone dope addict. Money, that was just a matter of crime. For long he was doing hard time. Judge said 5 years. Willie cried, Your Honor, I can't do that kind of time. Silence fell over everyone. But the judge said, just do what you can, son. Yeah, Willie, he wasn't going nowhere but Philly. Said maybe Greaterford, oh yeah. Life inside, it was like a curse. Getting high just made it worse. So we let it go and lifted weights. Tried but never could meditate. He liked to look at magazines. Sierra Club, Field and Stream, the Redwood Forest and Crater Lake. We just 2 trips we planned someday to make. Yeah, Willie, he wasn't going nowhere but Philly. But he began to dream, oh yeah. Yeah, he began to dream. And the weeks just rolled into years. There was a Christian man who shared his cell. The only fella Willie ever knew well. Friar read him the Bible, heavy on the gospel. Hard to tell, Willie used to be hostile, parole hearing. His legs were shaking. But it was obvious Willie had taken Jesus as his personal savior. He got time off for good behavior. Yeah, Willie, he wasn't going nowhere like Philly. He was looking for cleaner air, oh yeah. Well, there was no one to meet him, friends or relation. He got a lift to the Greyhound station. He had $2,000, but that was the last. Part of the booty from his sins of the past. At a rest stop, he met Michael Morgan in a mobile home. He was driving to Oregon. Could he come along? Michael said he thought he ought to. Sure, I'd have someone to talk to. Check out Willie. Cat had never been on the road or much past Philly. Just a local and a bad load, oh yeah. Willie felt like he was in a dream. That he knew from the magazines. Yellowstone, rivers and lakes. Fried chicken, chocolate cake. Took 10 days to lay hit Cali. Slowhand was singing Lay Down Sally as they left Arcata, singing on the chorus. 40 miles from the Redwood Forest. In the land of the giants, under the stars, they were feeling the pull of Venus and Mars. Michael had a woman down in Santa Cruz. By now he started getting into the booze, so they said goodbye as the sun came up. Each man staring in his coffee cup. Willie said, I got a hunch, I'll catch you later. But first I got a date with the crater. So check out Willie. Backpack and chewing gum. T-shirt and Birkenstocks. Hitchhiking up Highway 1, oh yeah. He caught a lift with a yogi dude. There was a fella eating hella weird food. Seaweed, tahini, sesame rings. You really never heard of them things. But he was humble as a lentil. More curious, less judgmental. Listening to tales of astral travel and other mysteries he'd unraveled. Yeah, Willie, he was walking in a whole new world, but he never seen nothing till he seen a California girl, oh yeah. The yogi let him off at the entrance gate. He looked deep in his eyes, said, have a nice day. Willie felt something when he shook his hand. A few minutes later, he could barely stand, so we found a little spot off of the road. Took a nap, and when he woke, there was a family of deer circled around him. He was sweating and his heart was pounding. there looking in the mother's eyes. She was not afraid, showed no surprise when he slowly rose in the quiet wood. They all walked off, he was feeling good. Then over the ridge came a ranger. He was slowing down for the stranger. Willie opened his mouth, but not a sound came out. "Everything all right?" he prodded. Willie, he just smiled and nodded. He just kept making for the top of the ridge. Sure could use a coffee and a sandwich. Pancakes in the wind, and they weren't far. Oh, there it was, the snack bar. Dishwasher wanted, read the sign. Willie took it down and walked inside. Got the Huevo special with the green sauce. She said, "Okay, I'll talk to the boss." "There's a guy who wants a job, don't think he can speak. Outside of that, he don't seem like a freak. Don't bother me, ain't gotta answer the phone. Maybe he'll do his work and leave the girls alone." So he went out front for a look. He says it's Monday to Friday, 7 to 3. You get a room in the back and a deuce a week. Under the table and across your meals. Works for you, and we got a deal. They walked to the kitchen to see his room, put down his stuff. It was totally cool. Looked out his window and started to shake. Out his back door was Crater Lake. On the way to the water, he thought he could hear bugs in the grass, which he knew was weird. So worn out, he felt like napping. But it seemed like something was about to happen. So he crossed his legs in the easy pose, fixed his gaze on the lake below. Sunbeams big enough to light a street. One hit him in the eyes and he rose to his feet. Somebody helped him to find his room, where he fell asleep till the following noon. Didn't have a shift till Monday morn. Had a whole day just to be reborn. Now a smiling man with little to say, is pretty easy to take, even day to day. Didn't care to smoke, didn't like to drink. Took your plate to give a nod or a wink. One day this RV pulls in the lot. Man's been drinking, smells like pot. Orders up, hangs up his jacket, lays eyes on Willie, working in the back. "Don't you recognize me, Scout? Wow, picked you up the day you got out. Brought you all the way out west. And here you are in your Sunday best." "Willie can't speak," said the owner's son. "Bullshit," he yelled and pulled the gun. "Tell them all how you been putting them on, or I'll blow this place to kingdom come." Sheriff drew a weapon. Her back was to the action down the aisle. Booth was too high to get a shot off. So she leaned out and she hit him in the smile. Willie dropped the tub with all the dishes. Little boy started crying really loud. "Please keep your seats," the sheriff bellowed. "The danger's over for now." Sheriff went up front to work the crime scene. Asked Willie was he doing okay. Her eyes about popped out of her head when he said Michael Morgan was his name. Well, this place is full of surprises this morning. News trucks are ready on the scene. Owner and the sheriff gave a statement. Willie, he was silent and serene. They said she and sheriff, and she went viral. Willie, he hit a bit of a downward spiral. Voice just disappeared again. Seemed a comfort, though, to him. Willie got a little cabin on South Lake, donated by a local who'd passed. Watches sunset from a rocker and listens to the bugs in the grass. Willie T had a destiny. Willie T had a destiny.